Today on Houston Life, we are at the Texas Renaissance Festival.
We're going to show you everything that is in store for their 50th anniversary.
Such an exciting milestone. And you know, whether you have been to the Texas Renaissance Festival a dozen times, or maybe you're just planning your very first visit, there is something new and exciting for everyone this year. We'll cover everything you need to know, this year's theme weekends, tips for avoiding the lines, and of course, things you can do with the entire family, especially the kids, Mel.
And of course, what to wear. Renfest is the perfect place to express your medieval side. I'm heading over to one of the show's best outfitters to learn how to dress for the festival or one of the theme weekends.
And it's not just the vendors here going the extra mile for the show's 50th year. Even St. Arnold's is taking part in the celebration. Tessa is at the brewery checking out a brand new beer made just for the Renfest.
Sounds really, really delicious. But you know what? I think Lauren Kelly may have got the best assignment of all. She got to be here at the Texas Renaissance Festival for opening weekend.
Can you guys check it out? The beautiful arena is behind us. And coming up, I am chatting with the queen, the lady of the fair. That's coming up on Houston Life today.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to this very special edition of Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore.
And I am Melanie Camp, and we are on the beautiful grounds of the Texas Renaissance Festival. Can you believe it's been 50 years of this festival?
They are celebrating a huge milestone anniversary this year. If you've been to the festival many, many times, there's always something new to experience and enjoy. But if you are a first-timer, you got to come and check out this place. It is a beautiful location sitting on 65 acres in Todd Mission, just northwest of Magnolia. That's less than an hour from Houston, so just head northwest and take Highway 249 to FM 1774. It is open Saturdays and Sundays through December 1st.
And you know what? The fun thing about this festival is people come from all over the United States to experience it, not just as vendors, but also people come and visit it. I mean, this is definitely something that people mark on their calendars and come out and enjoy.
It's a big deal. And some people wear street clothing like I'm wearing today. Other people dress the theme, or maybe they go full on in character. One thing, Mel, I didn't realize today is there's actually a Renaissance University. So all the staff members here, all the vendors, all the performers, they have to go through a training program, a rigorous training program where they work on their accent, where they definitely work on all their outfits.
That's amazing.
There's an exam. You got to pass the test.
No.
You can even be pop quizzed at any point, and that's what keeps the Renaissance Festival here so special.
What's the pop quiz? Like, would you pass it?
I've never been through the university, Mel, so I'm not sure what the pop quiz is.
I think they would be testing you on your character accent or something, because you know everyone has to stay in character as a performer throughout the whole festival.
It's tough to do. You know, Brandon used to work here at the Renaissance Festival. Yeah, at the wax hand stand, for sure.
Did he have a character?
We'll have more on that later. Yes, he was all dressed up. He was so into it. Hey, so one thing super special about this year with the 50th anniversary, there are these limited edition goodies, these souvenirs, some of which are on this table right now. This, Mel, really caught my eye because this design, see this 13 here? Mm-hmm. This is from the 13th Renaissance Festival, which was 37 years ago.
Oh, wow.
This is the original design, and the real Musgrave, that's the artist's name, he gave them permission to reissue this design for the 50th anniversary.
So this is a really special edition t-shirt, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this year and also the 13th. Wow.
And we have some
37 years
beautiful
ago.
vessels, depending on what you like to drink. There is a vessel that will certainly help you drink your beverage in style. And Mel,
It's empty.
It's empty right now. It's empty for now. We're going to try
I
to
need some
change
meat.
that. Mel, you've been doing a bit of research about the Renaissance Festival, and I understand you have some interesting numbers for our viewers.
Well, you know what? If you want to do the Renfest by the numbers, all right, this is pretty awesome. Did you know 100 weddings happen here every year? That's not over the last 50 years. That's every single year, and they fully book out, and they do 100 weddings a year.
And from what I understand, whatever kind of a wedding you're looking for, maybe you want to include an absinthe tasting, or maybe a special tea for the bridal party, whatever wedding you can dream up, they can help customize it for you here.
I mean, that's what it is. This is a magical place, so there is a lot of magic happening. And teas, food, drinks, I mean, that's one thing you want here. Put this in your head next time you pull out a turkey leg. 80,000 of those babies are cooked up at every Renfest every year.
Oh my goodness.
At this Texas Renfest. So that's pretty awesome. And of course, the performers that get pop quizzed and have to go through the university, there are 1,000 of those that come from all over the country. I mean, the Texas Renaissance Festival is the biggest Renaissance festival in the whole country.
Even though the festival is running now through December 1st, it's only a limited time this festival happens during the year. The Renaissance Festival really has community impact year-round. Did you know that so far this year, they've already hosted 2 blood drives, Mel, on this property? So for people who live up in this area, it's a great way to give back. They also recently did a back-to-school backpack drive where these backpacks were filled and then distributed. So
the king did that in
the king
person.
handed out
Could
those
you imagine him
backpacks.
coming to your school and giving you a backpack? That's what happens if you live up this end of town.
Yeah, it's pretty special, this community and the impact that the festival has year-round. So we talked about wardrobe earlier today, Mel. And again, this is one burning question that a lot of people have. Should I show up wearing street clothing like Derek did today?
Which you can. You look very good in your street
Okay,
clothes.
but thank you. I think I have my eyes on a kilt, which again, a story for another day. But some people really go all out when it comes to planning their costume. And Mel, that's on your agenda for the day.
It certainly is, because you know I'm going to go all in and all the way, and I am going to head over and check out Ravenswood. It's a place that a lot of people like to get their costumes. So I'm going to see if they can give me some tips on how I can dress for the festival. I do want to see you in a kilt, but I'm heading out now.
Okay, have
I'm
fun at
heading
Ravenswood. You already look great, but I can't wait to see what you come up with, Mel.
I got your kilt vision in my head.
Okay, in the meantime, Tessa B has been hanging out over at St. Arnold. They are brewing up something very special for the Texas Renaissance Festival's 50th anniversary. Tessa, how's it going over there?
That's right, Derek. I am here at St. Arnold Brewing Company, where it's only right that the patron saint of brewing beer makes beer fit for a king for the 50th anniversary of the Texas Renaissance Festival. I'll tell you how they do it coming up on Houston Life.
All right, Tessa, we will check back in with you in just a little bit. All right, so breaking news, people. The king himself is joining us right now from the Texas Renaissance Festival. Your Majesty, it's great to see you.
Well, Lord Derek, it's a pleasure to have you back in the village. Thank you for visiting us. We're so excited.
We love coming back here every single year. Congrats on 50 years.
That's right. 50 years, 1974. We started. This was nothing but a gravel pit, and look what it's grown into now.
It really is incredible. It's a magical place. There's no place quite like it. Just a short drive outside of Houston, about an hour. So this year, for the 50th anniversary, there are some really special things going on. People can visit the website, texasrenfest.com, to sort of plan out their visit. Is that what you recommend?
Oh, absolutely. We want them to do that. We want them to go and they can get tickets to all our immersive events and all our tastings and everything. They can get everything they want at texasrenfest.com. And they can also get their camping passes, or perhaps they want to stay for the entire weekend. They can do the stay and play. So it's a lot of fun.
Okay, for people who are day tripping, what time do you recommend they get here? I know this is a very common question, right? But it gets crowded on the weekends, right?
Oh, absolutely. A majority of our guests arrive between 11 a.m. and 2, so we recommend people get here bright and early in the morning. They can open up. They can arrive as early as 8:30, 9 a.m. The gates open up. The Queen and I will introduce and open up with a great morning proclamation and start the festival. And then they can stay through the entire day, through the evening, and fireworks at the very end.
It really is a magical experience. We highly recommend it, Your Majesty. I know
Indeed.
that this is your, your reign over this entire area. Talk to us about some of the kid-friendly events, because there are specific shows that are better for kids, and then there are shows specifically for adults.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they can go online to find which ones are. And all the adult shows are marked with a PG-13 sign there, so to let them know. But of course, most of our shows are kid-friendly. One of our favorites they can go visit is a Volgamoot. And of course, we have games and rides in our midway for them to enjoy. We have an escape room that's always loads of fun. And of course, we do have an awful lot of fun for all the adults as well.
Oh, of course, around every single corner. In fact, where we are right now, can we just take a little bit of a walk?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like here on the grounds of the Texas Renaissance Festival, 65 acres, by the way, there is a photo opportunity around every single corner.
Oh, absolutely. There is. Not only is our beautiful 16th century recreated village wonderful to look at, and all the architecture beautiful, but of course it's inhabited by all sorts of wonderful folks who are all out here in costume to present fun to all our people and guests.
What is it like for you as royalty, your Royal Highness, Your Majesty, to walk through the festival? Because clearly everyone knows who you are. It's a lot of work to be, you know, in charge, essentially.
Well, yes, it is, because, you know, you have to make sure, like, when I visit with people like you and I'm telling people about the festival, to make sure I don't forget anything or don't flub anything up when I talk. But when I'm walking through the festival during the day, it's absolutely glorious, because you're seeing brand new happy faces, and then you're running into old friends who are about that you run into, and you realize that they've been out here perhaps since they were children, and I may have knighted them when they were a kid, and now they're bringing their kids to be knighted by me. So it's generational. And the most exciting thing I think about the festival is everybody who visits takes ownership of their experience out here, and after they visited the fair, they'll go out and they'll tell their friends, "You've got to come visit the fair," and they'll tell them all the things that they did, because every person is going to have their own experience. Every person's going to run into people that not everybody's going to meet. They're going to go into different shops. They're going to see different shows, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And they can own that experience and carry it with them, and remember all the good times they had.
So many good times, so many delicious meals, the music, the shopping, making new friends. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I feel like I should bow to you. Should I get down on one knee?
Oh, no,
What
that's
is the
not
proper
necessary.
way?
You are, well, a proper way for a gentleman here would be to,
Your
there we
Royal
go.
Highness, it is always an honor spending time with you. The
Thank you.
king of the festival.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Well done,
It is
Lord
great
Derek.
to see you, and
It's
the
great to see
festival
you.
is just beginning. In fact, Lauren Kelly, she got very lucky because she went on assignment for opening weekend. And Lauren, what have you found today?
Well, Derek, you just got to talk with the king of the Renaissance Festival, but guess who this beauty is? The queen of the festival is joining us. We don't know much about her, but guess what? When we come back from Houston Life, all the details on this beautiful lady and the rest of the festival info that you need to get on down here, coming up next when Houston Life returns. Well, we are celebrating this weekend. It's opening weekend for the Texas Renaissance Festival. 50 years in the making, and we're finally here. And we've always gotten the king on. But guess who we haven't chatted with? The beautiful queen of the festival. Welcome to Houston Life.
Greetings and well met, my dear, and welcome to our opening weekend, our Oktoberfest celebration.
Okay, so we're celebrating Oktoberfest this weekend. Queen, what are your duties as you are out here throughout the days?
Oh my, there are so many things to see and do for me. I begin the day with the morning proclamation, and then my ladies and I wander through the village, greeting people, making certain that things are in place, and then I attend the 11 o'clock joust. In fact, I attend all four of them, the 11, 1, 3, and 5. Most exciting. But throughout the day, I do wander. I see various performers. I speak with the vendors. I love absolutely entertaining with the people that come and the children. It is just most exciting. And then His Majesty and I do attend the King's Feast, and we have a noon proclamation, there's a parade, and we end the day with an evening proclamation and fireworks above the
You
arena.
sound like a very busy lady.
It is quite busy indeed, but it's also most entertaining.
Well, I've attended the King's Feast before, and that is something I'm telling our viewers they need to figure out how to be a part of, because there's so much food and there's so much drink and there's such a great performance inside of that. It's so much fun.
Indeed it is. It is a 6-course theatrical performing event. It is so much fun. All of the food and libations that you wish to sit in a 2-hour performance, and then all of the helpers and the attendees and all of the acts that come through absolutely will have you rolling. It is so much fun. And His Majesty and I do come and join you for dessert.
Yes. Now, my lady, who is in your royal court, your entourage, if you will? Who travels around with you throughout the festival?
Oh my goodness, well, everything that would make a royal queen comfortable. And so we have the exchequer. She wanders around and makes certain that I have enough coin. And then we have the various ladies in waiting that do all and some different and sundry things. There are those that give advice. There are those that, do my hair and help me dress. And then, so there are just basically anyone that is going to help me interact better and be more queenly throughout the day.
You know, for costume changes or anything that you need throughout the day.
Oh, indeed, and I know not what these costumes are. Well, it's true. I am dressed as a German lady, but yes, every weekend we do. And speaking of weekends, we do change every weekend. There's a different theme. So we've begun with Oktoberfest, then we will follow with 1001 Dreams, All Hallows Eve, Pirate Adventure. Then we have Heroes and Villains, and then the Barbarians come out, and Highland Fling, and we finish it all with Celtic Christmas.
Queen, I don't know how you keep up with your schedule. It's a good thing that you have people to help you out with that.
Very true indeed. Yes, I do have somebody that keeps my schedule. I think that is a PR person. It's what they are called.
I don't know what that is back in colonial times.
Yes, indeed. And we must remember the festival starts this weekend and runs through December 1st, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. Opens at 9 a.m. and runs through dusk in the evening at 8 o'clock, fireworks.
Well, you look fabulous, Queen, but I also want to point out a wonderful little button that you have on your outfit today. Can you tell us what that says?
Well, it says, yes, Queen, and until this day, I had no idea what that meant, and I met one of these new young ladies in waiting, very modern, and she said, look at this, get this. You say, yes, Queen.
Can I practice?
I had no idea. Shall we do it together?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm part of your royal entourage.
Indeed, you look absolutely glorious. We just need
you.
to make sure we can get some covering.
Oh, we're
on
going to
you.
cover my ankles for next year. Queen, thank you. Have a wonderful time at the festival. Plenty more from the 50th anniversary Texas Renaissance Festival coming up in just a bit.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Houston Life. We are celebrating 50 years of the Texas Renaissance Festival. And you know, for decades, the people here at Ravenswood Leather have been helping people dress the part for RenFest, offering beautiful bespoke costumes that they can wear throughout the festival and also beyond, well and truly into their life. But did you know that every single one of these costumes is made just down the road at their store? I went and checked it out. It is a pretty amazing place. Take a look.
Ravenswood Leather, we started 35 years ago, and just as a small family business, and grew from there. And we produce all of our own products at our manufacturer right here in the back.
That's amazing. You really do have a good, close, tight-knit team who are making quality products for people. So this is kind of like the shop front when you first walk in.
Right.
You say hi to MJ. Hi, MJ.
Yep, and she runs the front end as well as you'll see here at the Renaissance Fair. She works the front counter at the Renaissance Fair too.
So what are we looking at in this room?
Now, over here, of course, we sell for do-it-yourselfers. We have leather, and of course, we produce a lot of scrap, so we sell scrap as well as like veg tan by the hide or by the half or by the foot. As well as hardware and tie-in tools that we use in the back here, dyes and finishes and all that.
Wow, so this is for someone who maybe wants to come and make their own costumes, they can come here.
Right.
But also, if they want something really special, that's something you can custom.
Absolutely, and when we do custom work, of course, you can pick your own color. We have a huge swatch wall, and we take measurements, design it with you, and help you, realize what you like.
And the magic happens through there?
The magic all happens back here.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Our production process begins for clothing in here. This is Kierwin. She's working on a musketeer dress right now. But the neat thing is, it actually starts here and finishes here. This is our finish station. This is Kierwin's leather that she uses, and then of course overstocks out in front. And most of the stuff goes from even like this, which is, it's a concept, all the different kind of concepts she wants to work with, and then we do a drawing, and then we cut a pattern, and then it goes to fruition. So,
wow.
Yeah. And all of our clothing is start and finished right here in this room by her. So after the cutting process, it comes in here to our sewing room.
This is a
And
very big sewing machine, I have to say.
That's
It's
a big
giant.
one. That's a big one. That's a big one. We have all single needles on the outside. This is Raylene over here. She's our manager of the soft goods plus our head seamstress. She's working on a custom order right now. But everything comes in here from the cutting room, gets sewn, and whatever needs to be done for the production of the product, and then it goes back into Kirwin, where it's finished as well.
How many clothes are you making, items of clothing are you making every year?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. There's a lot. We have a massive amount, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
And there's only 10 of you.
There is only 10 of us, but the sewing for all the clothing is done with 2 people.
That's absolutely amazing.
It is. It's phenomenal. And
I have to say, I think you guys might be a bit magic. I think that might be the secret. Is that right? Is it the
Yes.
magic? Is it the magic?
It is.
You do all your embroidery on site as well.
We do. And we put art together. It's either myself, Kirwin, or Raylene, of course. And a lot of times all of us, we powwow on it. She digitizes it and stitches it out. And so this is a custom alliance piece for a customer that we're building. And, you know, it's just, sky's the limit. We have a lot of fun here. Back in the day, everything was hand cut. And of course now, we're lucky enough to have this monstrosity, which is a CNC, and it cuts, punches. All we do is we design everything. And the neat thing about it is, since it's digital, we can create and tweak and get it just perfect, and then be in production. So it don't have to be held up for patterns. Of course, hand cutting was horrible.
You must
For many
love
years,
this machine
I love this
now.
machine
Wow.
so much. Yeah.
So this shop is open all year round?
Correct. Yeah, we're open 9 to 5, Monday through Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm absolutely loving these. I feel like these are very Renfest. And
yes.
I'm wondering, because you are at Renfest again this year, maybe I can meet up with you there and perhaps
Well,
see where I'm going. I think I would like
think
to be
you
wearing
have to
something
be
like this.
Absolutely dressed to the nines.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll do that for me?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's a deal.
Got it.
See you at Renfest.
See you at Renfest. Thanks a lot.
And I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to see which outfit Mel picks to wear. And we've had so much fun celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Renaissance Festival. From having to stand in the Queen's safety circle because, you know, showing my ankles was not allowed, who knew? To an amazing one-of-a-kind experience riding in the festival parade inside the King and Queen's carriage, to checking out some of the amazing performances, including the returning Clan Tinker Family Circus, who I got to speak with.
We have, you know, people standing on giant objects. We've got heart-stopping danger, crazy juggling, mystifying magic, and much, much more.
Let's talk about who we're seeing right now. I know you guys have tons
this
of fun.
Clan Tinker Family Circus, brothers and sisters with a variety of circus skills on display. We have Serendipity dancing in the back. We have Sam, Elijah, and Rebecca juggling away. And we do lots more, magic and sword swallowing.
How did you get your family into the circus?
We started at a very young age, juggling, music, magic, mayhem. And yeah, we took it on the road.
The Clan Tinker Family Circus is truly one of my favorites, but here's a few more favorites from the team. Derek's pick for a must-see show is, of course, the jousting. It is iconic, and you just can't leave without seeing that one. Tessa's pick is the Mud Show. We got to talk to them last year, and they are hilarious. And Mel says you have to stay late and check out Solar Rain Fire Show when the sun goes down. And of course, we can't forget about the drink. So let's check in with Tessa, who got a look at how the 50th anniversary beer was made. Hey, Tessa.
Coming up, it's Beer Fit for a King. What goes into making the 50th anniversary Texas Renaissance Festival beer? That's next on Houston Live.
Welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore, coming to you from the Texas Renaissance Festival in Todd Mission. The festival is already underway. It's weekends through December 1st, so come on out and enjoy. Today, we've been trying to show you some of the things you can do and experience around the festival. We have just scratched the surface, though. In addition to the great entertainment and shopping, this year, the food and drink at the festival, it's really been kicked up a notch because of the 50th anniversary. Even St. Arnold Brewery in Houston is getting in on all the fun. Tessa B is hanging out at the brewery today to see what they're mixing up. Hey, Tessa.
Derek, I am here at one of my favorite places in Houston. It's St. Arnold Brewery, and we are behind the scenes getting a special inside look at the brewing process and just how they came up with the 50th anniversary Texas Renaissance Festival beer, which you will be able to have at Texas Ren Fest. So let's take a walk because we've got a lot to learn. Standing here is Chief Marketing Officer Lenny Ambrose. Okay, first of all, thanks for the access.
Well, first of all, let's do this. Let's smell in. What do you smell? Kind of like what?
I honestly smell something a little sweet.
A little sweet, maybe baking bread a little bit. Well, wouldn't you know, it's because grain and malt and wheat are used in making beer and bread and those kinds of things, and desserts and cookies and all that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the beer, I mean, that's really your specialty. And I think it's so cool that this partnership with the Texas Renaissance Festival is happening. How did it happen? Because it's their 50th and it's your 30th.
Right, because they are certainly a fixture in the community. They are an institution I feel like that everybody's proud of. We've been around 30 years too, and we hope that we're an institution that the community is proud of. So I think it was just like a perfect partnership. Also, we've got a saint and they've got a king, so that looks cool together too.
Absolutely, but isn't that a little intimidating? Because this beer has to be one, it has to be good enough for a king.
Yeah.
It's also commemorating a huge year for them, so like it's no small task.
Yeah, so honestly, I will say this. When we started talking about doing that, there was very little debate what kind of beer we wanted for the festival. We wanted an English ale, so something similar to an ESB, which is an extra special bitter, or an English ale. So that's what it is. It's like a malty and hoppy English bitter. But it's very well balanced. So you get a little of the malt, which is the like the bitterness, and a little of the sweet, which is the maltiness, all blended together.
How many gallons of this delicious beverage are you going to have to make in order to supply the Renaissance Festival?
I know. So that's, honestly, I'll say this, it's a first year, so we don't know yet. What we do know about the Ren Fest is that they drink a lot of beer here.
Yeah.
So for us, honestly, on the logistics side of things, and I know sometimes that's a little bit boring in the whole brewery process, but our logistics guys are every day trying to figure out, we need to make this many kegs and this many brews to kind of keep up with that demand, because people enjoy beer at the Ren Fest, because I don't know if you know, even October and November, it's still really warm beer drinking weather in Texas.
That's right. And you've done this on such a large scale, but you've actually brought out some of the actual ingredients you've used in the beer. I look at this and I say, okay, what is this? Is this like
I know.
Wheat, barley? What is this?
It looks like little wheat seeds or grape nuts to some extent, and you could kind of treat it like that. It's sort of cereal-y.
You're gonna taste this?
Yeah,
Me too then. If Lenny does it, I do it.
Is that the rule?
It's smoky.
A little bit smoky. This is
toasted.
Special B malt is what this is called. And there are all different types of malt all over the spectrum, where depending on the kind of beer you want, which this one's kind of like ruby colored almost.
It's beautiful. Is this it?
This is the beer. Oh yeah, I guess we kind of buried the lead, didn't we?
Okay, we get it. Okay, this is huge. This is the King's beer.
So when you smell it, you smell kind of that malty sweetness, right?
Yeah.
Is your mouth watering a little bit? That's probably from the
so ready
hops.
to taste it.
All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huzzah,
Yeah, we can talk
I think
about
they
huzzah.
say. Don't they say huzzah?
They say huzzah, but you have to say huzzah like times 50.
Okay, huzzah! Or say that after you drink it.
Huzzah! Yeah, no, it just rolls right off the tongue. What is this rabbit food right here that I'm looking at?
So this is hops. And we use pelletized hops.
Wow.
And that, you don't want to eat those things. You just want to smell them. And it's floral, right?
Yeah.
Smells like an IPA.
It smells like the beer. I want to go
smells like a
back for
beer.
more of the beer.
Yeah.
It's
One more.
delicious, by the
Yeah.
way. That is like, there's not a palate that would reject that.
I know.
don't think.
I kind of feel like it's the type of beer, if you like beer at all, then you will like this.
Yes.
A little bit bitter, a little bit malty, about 6.2% alcohol. So it's not like a huge beer, an imperial stout that might be 10%, or a light, Pilsner that's 4.2. It's kind of right in the middle. Good for all day drinking at the Renfest.
Yeah, well, we're so excited for you.
Thanks.
We're so appreciative that you gave us this behind the scenes
Yeah.
look. This is a running brewery. People are actually working here.
I know,
There
wouldn't you
are-
know, brewers walking around
It's
and people in the
amazing.
background.
People are actually at work here. Even me, I'm at work. This is all in a hard
Are you
day's
sure?
work.
Are you sure?
And we're going to do one
Working?
more time
Is
for
that
the
what-
King, for Renfest, for you, Lenny.
Oh, excuse me, lovely wench. Can you tell me where I can try the King's Ale?
Absolutely, you found it right here at the tap.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, come on in. Let's go. Miss Maggie.
Lauren, how
Hello.
are you? I have been waiting for you all day.
Well, it's a good thing that I am here. The tap bar is where we're at.
Right by the front gate.
Yes, and we are very excited because you guys have a very special collaboration this year with
St. Arnold Brewery. Yes, the King's Ale. Now, I heard that you would like to try this gorgeous English ale.
I don't know who would have told you that. I don't know where you got that information, but yes, I would.
Well, I am a bar wench. People talk, darling.
What do your duties as a bar wench?
Oh, well, you mean aside of sampling all of the ales that we could possibly want, we have craft wines, craft beers, craft mead, if you are so inclined for honey wine.
Okay, really quickly though, I have a question because I have a lot of friends who don't know what mead is. Can you explain it to them?
Oh, yes. So, mead is the oldest form of alcohol in existence. It is made from fermented honey instead of fermented grapes. Dates back to the Egyptians.
Okay.
So, very sweet, often very subtle, but sometimes certain ones, just like you, darling, can really give a good punch.
Give a good punch. We're gonna spill the beer here later.
Well, speaking of spilling the beer, we have to start drinking,
Let's
don't
go.
we?
What are we gonna taste first? I want the King's Fest Ale.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So this is just above a 6.2% ABV, which means it will only knock you off kilter slightly.
Okay, so that means you're going to be wearing your very comfy shoes here at the Texas Renaissance Festival, which I'm very excited because you guys are kind of at the front of the festival gate.
We are just by the front gate, so I always tell people I will get your first beer in and your last beer out.
Oh, I like where your head's at, Maggie.
So I'm going to go ahead and pour you a full pint, I would assume.
A full pint. A full pint sounds great. I do love this because you guys, you check everybody at the front like it's its very own special place.
Darling, did you not know that I was already special?
Oh, she's very special. She's very special. But you guys have so many other things on tap as well. This is just an addition.
Yes, this is a brand new addition for us this year. And we are so lucky that St. Arnold, for the first time in almost our entire history here at the festival, has decided to come and make us something special for the 50th anniversary. This English ale is done in the very old world style.
Okay.
So that means they're using warm fermentation to make it. Oftentimes, an English ale was made in 3 different tiers. So you had the very high-powered punch one that was for the lords and the king, and then they distilled it down again for the middle classes, and then the very third distillation down was the weakest, and that we give to our children.
Well, I'm very excited to taste this. I also want to mention it's the 30th anniversary for St. Arnold. It's the 50th anniversary for you guys, so this is a perfect way to cheers and huzzah.
This is an absolutely perfect marriage, and I must tell you, the joy that we have from a brewery like St. Arnold, who is so invested in the community, not only the larger community, but our community here, we do feel very, very grateful that they are here.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a cheers. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
take a sip of this. Hold on. Why is that so easy to drink? It's delicious.
It is gorgeous, and you will find that this is light and crisp. And on the back end, you've got a little bit of a tang to it, but it's not overwhelming. So it's perfect for the hot weather this first part of the season.
Oh, it's not hot here. It's just gonna get hotter with the beers here. Why am I speaking crazy?
Darling, after that beer, you will be the hot one here. I have no doubt about
Maggie at the tap bar, thank you so much.
Oh, it has been my pleasure.
What is your favorite on the tap here?
Oh, well, I have to admit, I do love the King's Ale, but my favorite is the St. Arnold Oktoberfest.
Oh, okay. Well, all throughout the park you can find this.
Aye.
Cheers to 50 years and huzzah, Miss Maggie.
Huzzah.
Ah.
If you want to look the part when you come to Renfest, you may want to swing past Ravenswood Leather. That's what I'm going to do. I'm getting out of this and I get into something a little more like that. I'll see you inside after the break. Welcome back to Houston Life. The transformation has happened. I think there is no going back. What do you think? I'm here at Ravenswood Leather at the Texas Renaissance Festival. They're celebrating 50 years and I am celebrating a transformation. Oh my goodness. Reginald, Christina, thank you so much for dressing me today.
Do you love it?
I absolutely love it. I've got to say, it feels comfortable, but there's just, I keep saying transformation, but I feel like I could really fully move into this whole way of life and take on a whole new character. It's just so much fun, so much fun. Yes. So yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. This is your store, one of them, one of many that you have here at the Texas Renaissance Festival. Of course, we checked out where all of this amazing stuff is made by you guys, but this is where you can pick it up if you come to Renfest.
Yes, so we have the 4 different stores. We have this one that you're at right now, 326 Ravenswood Leather, which has all the leather clothing and accessories, so the belts, baldricks, pouches, things like that. And then across the lane, we have 271 Ravenswood Armory, and we do a bunch of archery gear, so you have quivers, bows, arrows, and then swords, daggers, things like that. And then you have 264B, which is the Comfy Corvus, which started off kind of as a Harry Potter store and has morphed into more of a D&D, a lot of tabletop gaming, a lot of dice available over there. And then our newest one is 271, and that's also across the lane, and that is the Smoking Crow, full of cigars, pipes, pipe tobacco, all those types of accessories you can want there.
Wow. I mean, this is what happens when you've been part of the Texas Renaissance Festival for decades now, haven't you, Reginald?
Yes, bam.
Wow, decades, absolutely. I mean, it is just so amazing to be in here. I really, really love this. What kind of makes me feel really excited about it is, I mean, this is more than just a costume. This is really an outfit.
Yeah, it's clothing.
That you can live in. Yeah.
wearable.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's a lot of these that you see. You don't always know who's buying them, but you see a lot of your clothes end up on shows and movies.
Yes. So we've been in Once Upon a Time. There was a Nickelodeon kids show that was Night Squad that we did a lot of things for that. And then
Just a lot of movies and theater and TV, and it goes on and on.
a little bit of here and there.
Okay, so if we want a bit of this for ourselves at Texas Renfest, because this is, I mean, this is bespoke. Let's talk about, you create bespoke outfits for people to wear.
Correct. We just take measurements down. You pick your leather, your hardware. It's built for you from the ground up
Wow.
to all your preferences. Yeah.
Is it something, I mean, you guys have been here a long time, you're going to be here, staying here for a long time. Is it something that you could start off with a very simple outfit that you then build upon over the years?
Absolutely. A lot of people just start with the belt, pouches, simple things, and then move on, add one piece a year, and build it from there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, and so we also have layaway as well, which a lot of people tend to gravitate towards as well. If you want something that's super expensive, but you know that's really what you want, you can just pay it off a little bit at a time, and we'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
My goodness, it's so amazing. Now, did you guys meet at Renfest?
Yes, we did.
We did.
That's what I thought, that you were at Renfest. Did you get married at Renfest?
No.
No, but we did get married at a castle.
So it really is. What would you say to people who maybe, I mean, I think it's hard to find someone who hasn't been to Renfest, but what would you say to someone if they're thinking of coming for the first time? Because it really is like a big family here.
It is. It's a wonderful experience. Come have fun, enjoy yourself, and it's just a lovely environment to be in.
Prepare thyself for merriment.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Well, on that, I think I am very well prepared for merriment. And I know someone who is getting into a bit more merriment right now. Lauren Kelly, what are you up to?
All right, coming up next, we are checking out the chimney cakes here at the Texas Renaissance Festival. They've been with us for a very long time. All the info on how you can get your hands on some and how they're made is coming up next when Houston Life returns. We know that the Renaissance Festival has no shortage of delicious food, but I'm not sure if you've ever heard of chimney cakes. They are right over here, and I want you to take a look at these. It's fascinating how they're made, and they are so yummy, but somebody who knows a lot more about them is Steve. Come on over, Steve.
Hello, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Good day.
First of all, I've never heard of a chimney cake. What does the name actually mean?
So this comes from Eastern Europe. Back in the 16th century, it was like one big land. So now Czech people say it's from Czech Republic. We call it trdelník. Romanian people say it's from Romania. They call it kurstokoláč. In also Hungary, and in German they call it Bauschnitzel.
Okay, but does the name kind of come from, you know how a chimney is long and the cakes are actually kind of long like that?
And when we take it off the steak, I need to
hold on, he's got to go around.
when we take it out of steak,
Yeah.
it's kind of smoke, so that's why the chimney cake, because the smoke comes out of the cake. And
so let me ask you this though, is this a sweet and savory dish? What is this, kind of a dessert style? What's the flavor?
So kind of dessert. Originally is dessert. It's homemade dough. We make dough from scratch on site.
Okay.
We have homemade cinnamon mix with almonds go outside, and that's the traditional way. And
you serve it kind of spiral. That's really cool.
Yes, and for the
Whoa, wait, what did you just throw in there? Hold on, he's gonna do it again. Okay. Oh wow. You have to come back over here so we can hear you. He's gonna roll it right now in cinnamon. Hold on, he's very, very busy. Okay, Steve is, oh my gosh.
all over the place, yeah.
He's a very busy man.
Do it again.
First of all, let's talk about what they're doing behind us though. What are they doing right there?
Okay, excuse me. So that's the sweet dough. She's wrapping the homemade dough. She's wrapping around the oak wooden stick, and then she dip it in the sugar mix. We roast it over the fire, and then we dip it in the sugar mix again.
How many of these will you make throughout the entire day?
Sometime.
I make over 50 of these steaks every hour, I'd say.
Every hour. So over the course of the entire festival, you're making a lot of chimney cakes, right?
Chimney cakes, lot of chimney cakes. Yeah, and you can put inside, actually, you can have just the cake, just the dough, which is nice, or you can put inside Nutella or caramel spread. We have fresh strawberries with whipped cream or ice cream, homemade apple strudel with whipped cream or ice cream. And what we create for American customers, because we love USA and USA loves combination of sweet and savory flavors. So we make the sweet dough with all beef sausage in it, or we have vegan options. We put vegan sausage in it.
Oh my God! It sounds like you're creating an entire meal out of these.
Everything. We create everything. So you can have a lunch, you can have a snack, and.
How long does it take for these to finish cooking?
Few minutes.
Just a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
The process is longer. Make the dough, chill the dough, wrap the dough.
But I notice it's kind of, what are they cooking over coals, or what are they cooking over?
Yes, charcoal. Coal.
Okay. And that makes with the flavor?
It helps the flavor. Everything tastes better from charcoal. You know, propane barbecue meat or charcoal barbecue meat. Everything tastes better from charcoal.
Steve, thank you so much. Huzzah to you and the Chimney Cake team. Thank you.
Thank you kindly. Huzzah! Woohoo!
All right, well, while these chimney cakes are looking absolutely fire, if I don't say so myself, I'm gonna go get one. Houston Life will be right back.
Well, that hour flew by.
Indeed.
Your Majesty.
When you're having fun, time flies.
That's true. Well, listen, make your way up to the Texas Renaissance Festival. As the recap, take 249 to FM 1774. The festival runs on weekends now through December 1st. Magical weekends from now until then.
Indeed. We're going to start off with our 1001 Dreams. Then we're going to move right over into All Hallows Eve, a pirate adventure, heroes and villains, a barbarian invasion, the Highland Fling, and of course, we conclude with 3 days after Thanksgiving, a Celtic Christmas. Fun for everyone.
Oh my gosh, always a theme. TexasRenFest.com is the website to visit to plan your weekend here. And in the meantime, Mel, I think there's still one last thing to do.
Indeed. Hip, hip.
Huzzah!